Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Prospect Central 101. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through a little bit of Chase Young. He is widely thought of now, at least as of the day I'm recording this, which is September 16th, as a top 5 caliber player in the entire class. So I am extremely excited to get to see what he can do on the field. And actually, because he has been doing so well to start off the year, we already have 2 games of 2019 tape. So, and there's a chance that by the time you guys have seen this, there's at least another one. So definitely feel free to go ahead and check out Mark's database. I haven't been sharing him out in a lot of these videos lately, but props to Mark for putting this database together for us. This is all of his stuff and everything like that. Mine you guys will get to see at the end when I go over his grades. But for now, we're going to start out with taking a look at 2 of his 3 non-conference games of the year against Florida Atlantic and Cincinnati, which I've heard uh, from a large portion of people are very, very good. So I'm very excited to see what he can do and what he's been able to show this year. This is the first time this year, at least as of the time I'm recording this, that I will have watched only 2019 tape on someone to evaluate them. So, okay. Okay, I like the first step, but he got out of his stance really quick. Nice anchor as well. You notice that he's the guy who's holding the edge, has the freedom of motion to be able to win back inside when that run is in that direction. Nice. Their first step. Oh, that was a nice move to win underneath. And you got to really see the quickness, right? Boom, just shoots right underneath the block. Boom, right there. Oh, gets him one step outside and he's free. Nice outside shed. Boom. Plays the edge really nice. Come back inside. Okay, probably could use the counter move there. Not the end of the world, especially with the rollout to the right like that, but something that we're going to be watching for. Great first step. Oh, Andy gets the sack. Okay, good. So finishes, but one thing I'm really going to talk about here is flashing these hands. Kind of hard to see from far away with the broadcast angle, but you're really going to look for activity from this particular look. And he does a really nice job of just swatting those hands away, keeping himself free, and that allows him to get the pursuit angle on the quarterback. Great discipline. Doesn't even flinch. What? He just completely reads this play, waits. Oh, that is beautiful. He's able to take the quarterback out of the play entirely. Excellent work by Chase Young. Oh, and then the next play, you get to see the burst. Right, the last play, we got to see him read the play. We got to see him be disciplined. We got to see him recognize the assignment and read the entire field in the backfield. And this very next play, he just comes out elite first step, great bursting explosiveness. Boom, he is off. He's winning a horse race. Man, excellent. And shoving inside. Oh, avoided the cut block. Unfortunately, he missed the tackle. But I love how he's able to keep balance here and seal this outside run, right? This running back has to run inside into this gap and inside of him because Chase Young, if this running back cuts out, there's no way you're getting through Chase Young. And he almost still makes the tackle on the inside run. That's great gap discipline and balance overall, period, by Chase Young. chases him down. Great pursuit. Unfortunately, we aren't able to see how he gets around the block, but coverage. Okay, that's definitely a first for him, and that I love to see it. I was just about thinking about how he was only a hand and dirt guy, and all of his snaps so far have been hand and dirt. But right here, we get to see him drop, read the play, and get the tackle on 3rd and 22. Now, of course, again, that was a 3rd and 22 situation. So not the end of not like you're playing him, trapping him in coverage in 1st and 10, but still, is apparently an aspect of his game that he has. That's totally unexpected. Nice, good motor. Ooh, nice first step. Nice hand usage. Sack. Excellent job keeping himself free. Love it. I'm pretty sure he's, based on the first 2 minutes of this first game, he's going to be in the 90s. Oh, what a great block shed. Now, again, it is 3rd and 30, so it's a semi-irrelevant play, and it is against Florida Atlantic. However, still, he has to win the rep. He has to do what he has to do. He has to win each and every play still. And he does just that. He treats this as if it's a normal play, which is probably the most fascinating part about it. He still wins it like he would a 1st and 10 against Michigan. Nice block shot. Great discipline. Great read. Love the mental intangibles that he shows and exhibits on this play. Again, he's responsible for the edge, so he's going to play this quarterback, especially as the free defender. He has to recognize and read this free option. He's reading that guy there. Then immediately pursues backside, good motor, and he's right there to help assist on the tackle if need be. Same thing there, really testing him, leaving Chase Young as the free defender on this read option. He's staying with his responsibility of the quarterback, but then immediately transitions into that backside pursuit and recognizing the angle. Love it. Oh, nice, a little bit of bend. Good to see there. But just really keeps his hands free, shakes the block, easy play. Nice. So again, recognizes the running back in pass protection. Recognizes the offensive line blocking schemes. And when he sees the left tackle leave Chase Young one-on-one with the running back, he just attacks straight downhill and attacks the quarterback. Okay, first play that could be kind of his fault. Now, maybe the defensive tackle here is supposed to cover that gap, and he is solely the edge player. However, he probably went a little bit too far downfield. Something, maybe even a counter move, a little bit too late there. I like the fact that he has one, but one bad play so far. And that play he adjusts, right? So that's a good job recognizing, hey, maybe I went a little bit too far downfield. I could have stayed back a little bit more in run defense. Right here, he does just that. He stays at the line of scrimmage, plays the run, and he's right there to recognize the gap. Great adjustment. Like how he's winging around the edge. Nice block shed. Probably would like to see a little bit more versatility in moves consistently as well, instead of just trying to win with speed around the edge. It works against Florida Atlantic. Okay, I like the conditioning so far. Now they are just at halftime, so not exactly the best time to talk about this, but I like the conditioning in the motor. He's still playing through this game against a non-Power 5 school at home to start the year. He's still going pretty much every rep. Well, at least was. I don't know why they skipped so far from the third to the fourth quarter. Nice counter move, again a little bit late, and he probably went a little bit too far up the field here. And part of that could be recognizing the run. You probably misrecognized this as a pass play, misdiagnosed this, I should say, as a pass play. Tried to wing around the edge, and by the time he realized it was a running, it was too late, and he had to counter it a little bit late. So, something that could be improved, probably his biggest weakness. Nice force. Same thing, I like the force work there, taking out two guys. Great screen rack. I don't know how that coverage broke down that badly to leave him that wide open, but Chase Young definitely did a good thing there. So overall, a lot to like and a couple of things that may need to be improved. Definitely a typical first-round prospect from what we have seen so far, but that was only 4 minutes of one game. So we'll see what the 4 minutes of this game looks like. Okay, pretty good anchor. Didn't really get moved back all that much. Same thing, very good anchor. Didn't get to see a ton of that in the first game. He was waiting around the end. But with this game, we get to see 2 straight plays of the anchor. Nice bursting explosiveness again. Really flashes that. Not as consistently as Cleveland Farrell did last year, but very similar in that way. Nice block shed. Nice hand usage, and it leads to the sack. Okay, take him out with the double team. Good strategy there by Cincinnati. Good patience. I really like what he was able to do there. Nice inside wing. Notice that the offensive tackle went a little bit far out. Great play. Oh, yep. That's first time we've seen him misdiagnosed, and that's fine. That happens every once in a while. He won't be seeing a ton of read options in the NFL. However, in this particular play, that was definitely his responsibility. Nice. Okay, that time he recognized the running back. That was his assignment. Good play. And this just happens, right? I mean, he just wins around the edge, blows by him with speed and athleticism. He reminds me a lot of Harold Landry a couple of years ago. Nice. And again, we've seen him shot back in coverage, right? Even there. They could consider that cover out. That's more reading a screen. But still. Just wins right around the edge again. So this is something that I want to see a little bit more of, is a versatility of pass rush moves. And it's not to say he doesn't have them, but like he's doing a good job of hand usage, which is nice. And that's a base point and a starting value to develop moves. Just want to see. And there's again, calling out of position with the read option. Took a false step too, which is what gave him the first down. Anyway, Definitely would like to see a little bit more, and even there, it gets a little bit inside. I'd like to see a little bit more moveset. Well, that was probably one of the most fortunate interceptions of all time. He literally just hits the ball and bounces. Okay, a good adjustment, right? He doesn't over-aggress here. He stays disciplined. Now he's turned. He is rigging the quarterback. He's not necessarily responsible for the inside read here. But he corrects the pursuit angle and brings him down. So, good play. Again with coverage. Love to see that. That's something that Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn are going to take note of. And again, avoids this cut block, right? I talked about this all the time last year with Devin Bush. And this is, I haven't been watching a ton of Steelers football to the start of the season, but this is something that Devin Bush really struggled with at Michigan last year. And Chase Young, not an issue. Love to see it. Great first step. Wins with bend consistently. Just again, would like to see more move usage. Again, from big on the read option. So not something that he's going to see a lot of, and he didn't struggle with that in the first game. I don't know why he's not dealing with that well in this one. Nice hand usage. Again, not entirely a move, but he's doing a nice job utilizing the hands and staying active. That was a pretty decent move over the top. And again, a very lucky pick. Everything went right for Ohio State, it looks like. Oh, tried to chip him, didn't work. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back. Those were 4-minute games. There's a lot of tape here. I'm going to go back and see how I did last year against Michigan. I'm really looking for a couple of key things, and good, this is 10 minutes. It's kind of what I wanted to see. I'm really going to look for a couple of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys to my Edge page here, and I'm going to import all this stuff now. I'm not going to do grades just yet, but I'm really going to focus on a couple of things that I want to look for with you guys over the course of this game. So, gap integrity. Okay, so we talked a little bit about how he went outside and downfield a little bit too much. So, I'm going to consider that a part of gap integrity. So, that's something to watch. Does he anchor on the line a little bit more consistently, or does he try and win around the edge and seal those runs inside? Now, there's not exactly a bad strategy, especially if you trust your interior lineman, but someone does need to be responsible for that C gap. So, showing hand usage is good. Anchor seems pretty good when he utilizes it. Awareness and play rec. Michigan doesn't run a lot of RPOs, so that's not really going to be a big thing there. This is going to be the big one. I really want to see a more variety of pass rush moves. Does he have a spin? Does he have a swim? Does he have a counter? Does he have a rip? I think we got to see a rip move a couple times, so I'm not going to talk about that, but really want to focus on that particular area. Tackling was pretty nice. Athleticism bend is great. Motor is fine. Versatility is good. So I really want to focus on those two things. Can he hold the line on the inside? And does he have the pass rushing moves? Versus top tier talent too. So this is actually another thing I'm going to be watching for is how does he do against a quality, not great, but quality offensive line. Nice. That was designed, right? So obviously you're going to see him draw this right tackle out so that Michael Onwenu has to block 2 guys with 1 person. Onwenu actually does a good job of taking the inside defender, the bigger threat, to give Shea the maximum amount of time he has to throw this to McCune. But that's not enough, and yeah. That's great design by Ohio State's DC. Nice first step. Okay, not a bad strategy by Michigan to leave him unblocked in that particular instance. That play they will, though. Okay, so I do like his anchor here. However, he doesn't really shed this. That's a tight end. That's Sean McCune, I'm pretty sure. He probably should have been able to shred that block. And he did. Nice push, good bull rush, so that's something that we can add to the move arsenal. Good speed to power. Nice block shed there. Turned his back. That's why the run went right to where he was. Okay, good discipline. That was not his responsibility. He was responsible on this play almost solely for Shea, because that one run should have gone left, more of a counter. So in that particular instance, it's either on him to close that gap, which is not ideal, or this guy at the second level to come up and attack that gap, which he fails to do. So that's more on number 4, to me. Good anchor. He got held, admittedly, there, at especially the end of the play. Right here, he's getting held. He should be able to be free and make that tackle. That's a win for Chase Young. I don't know what he was doing there. Was that supposed to be a stunt? It looks like that's supposed to be a stunt. Yes, okay. So he's actually giving himself up here. I actually kind of like this play, seeing it from this angle. He's giving himself up for both of these linebackers. He's drawing Onwenu away from that guy, and he's drawing that defender away, putting him on a matchup with the fullback. And the fullback actually fails to pick him up, so they're almost triple teaming Young. And it ends in easy TFL. So that's actually not a bad play or anything like that from Young. Runs around the edge. Okay, forced play there. Not really a whole lot he can do. Bench play. He's not doing anything stupid so far, which is obviously ideal. Michigan's actually doing a pretty good job of getting the ball out quick. I didn't remember that happening all that often last year. And we're running a lot more RPOs and reads options than I thought we did last year too. Trying to win around the edge, and that's exactly what happens if you try and do that too often. And this is why winning with bend or with speed around the edge won't always translate to success, because NFL offensive tackles are just going to push you right around the quarterback like Runyon does here. And this is a deep drop. That's a 10-yard drop. And he still gets pushed around. Now, Shea doesn't get a shove stepping up. He does a really nice job here. Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say he does a really nice job of avoiding the pressure, but he doesn't. Chase Young just gets completely wiped out, almost completely wiped out of the play because he gets too far in the drop winning with speed. So that's where winning with moves would help, because I'll actually go back to that play again. If he's able to counter this inside at this point, catch running in a spin cycle. Now, or even just flatten out better, first off. If he has a little bit better bend on this particular play, he's able to get past running and probably make the sack. So, that's something to keep in mind. But that's a play that could have easily been won with a better moveset. And same thing here, he chooses to take on the block. Now, that's not exactly the worst thing because he has the linebacker to help, but he probably could have made that tackle and picked up a stat. Next one was speed to power again. He's doing pretty good with that. Nice stunt, good patience. I like how he sold that outside as well. Great job winning the inside pressure. He does a great job winning the inside shoulder here on 75. I think that's running. And then attacking. Jumping coverage again. Yeah, definitely seeing that from him. It's great to see. Nice edge seal. Great anchor. Nice. He's definitely collapsing, which is good. He reminds me of Trey Flowers. Oh yeah, he went out and covered the tight end. He definitely reminds me of Trey Flowers. Great run set. Double team. Ooh, nice hit. Okay, good job getting inside. Getting down the line quickly as well. Good outside release. Nice, just flattened. There you go. Got to see a little bit of bend. It wasn't perfect. It's not 10 quality bend, but he's not exactly stiff. Nice stunt. Okay. And yep, they had to take him. Not surprised. Oh, okay. And right tackle this time. So he does line up on both sides of the line. Nice, good block shed. Nice wing on, yeah, he's winning inside very consistently. So that's nice to see. Can probably rotate to 3 tech on some passing downs if need be. For teams that run NASCAR. Nice block shed. Didn't really get to see a big time move, but okay, up and under. Good force. Again with the a spin. There we go. There's a move. Wings with inside first, but then spins back out. Okay, now could he do the same thing in the opposite direction? If he could, that would be very nice. Good anchor. He's not giving up a lot of ground in the run game. He still does have a problem with not utilizing his moveset very often. My stunt didn't end up working, but nice anchor, good edge play there by Young. Nice job. He's doing a great job of beating our Michigan's right tackles to the inside. Yeah, not a whole lot he can do about that. He's definitely getting inside of Ryan's left shoulder. Or that might be Mayfield. Or Stewart. I don't remember offensive line numbers all that well. Nice motor. There you go. Good finish. Kind of stuffed by the double team at first, but then continues to fight through the play and forces a bad throw from Shea. Nice. Again with the stunt, Bironwenu. I like the active hands. He's not utilizing a moveset, but he's doing a pretty good job with the hand placement, hand usage, staying active. Okay, little bit of a counter. It wasn't good. Good discipline. Okay, stop the run. Nice job by Chase. Same thing. Right there, he just completely destroyed that underneath shutdown. Nothing he can do about that either. So, interesting. Got to see a couple of things that I wanted to see a little bit more of. First off, we're going to go with gap integrity, and that's still about where I thought it was. I'm going to put an 8 on that. And part of that, too, is just that we didn't get to see him counter back in very often, right? For the most part, when he won inside, it was because he won inside initially. We never really got to see him come out around the edge and then counter back in for a run stop. So that's where I'm kind of leaning with that. Josh Allen had the same issue last year from Kentucky last draft class in 2019. He just goes so far upfield that he kind of loses that C gap a little bit too often, and teams would be able to shed that. So that's one of the biggest things that I want him to work on over the next going into draft season before Michigan week. Shiny hand usage, on the other hand, is a perfect 10. Not really a whole lot to say about that. Incredible in both areas. Active hands in both run and pass plays. Shred extremely well in both situations. Really, very, very nice. Yeah, perfect 10. Exactly what you want to see. Anchor, 9. Didn't really get blown back. On the other hand, he didn't really have to anchor a whole lot. He was winning for the most part with speed around the edge and bends. So, or at least attempted bend. Definitely something that could be showcased a little bit more, shown off a little bit better. But he seems to have it sufficiently. Can't really mark him down all that much for that. Awareness and play rec. I'm going to stick to an 8 for now. Could have done the Cincinnati game is the main reason why. If we were going based off the other two, that's probably a 9. But something that, again, you're not going to see a whole lot of RPOs in the NFL or read options or anything where he would be put in a position to have to read those consistently over the course of several weeks. But they do happen every once in a while. The Lions are running them this year with Matthew Stafford. And it's something that he probably could do a little bit better with. Pass rush moves. This is the issue with him for me. And I'm actually going to go so far as to give him a 7. We got to see a little bit of a bull rush every once in a blue moon. We got to see one spin move one time that didn't result in a sack. We got to see maybe 2 or 3 up and unders occasionally. But for the most part, he was winning around the end, and he was winning with occasional bend. He didn't really showcase a whole lot of moves, and that's something that can be fixed easily, right? And that's something that guys develop when they get in their first year in the league. But at this point in time, it is something that needs to be developed. He's definitely not Cleveland Farrell. Tackling was nice. I don't know if I can give him a perfect 10 in tackling, but it's definitely 9. Very good, right where you want it to be. Athleticism and bend is a 10. Showcased a little bit of bend, enough to say that he has sufficient for me, which is probably lower standard than most of you guys, but mainly the athleticism category. Explosive, great burst, all that good stuff. That I can't mark him down below a 10 in that category. Motor, also a 10. Very, very confident that he likes to play through the whistle, at least when the run play isn't exactly directly opposite from him. He has black side pursuit motor, which is really what I need to see. And he also has motor around the edge and to finish plays. So, good enough. Very quality. Exactly where you want it to be. Versatility and can he cover? I'm going to only give him a 9 here because he doesn't stand up. If he were to be able to rush a little bit more consistently, stand up, and prove that he could be a outside linebacker and rush from a stand-up position similar to with Chandler Jones, that would probably be enough to move. That would be enough for me to move him up to a 10. So the versatility factor is kind of missing. On the other hand, he can move inside, I think, to 5 and 3 on pass situations. Didn't really get to showcase that a ton, but he can do that. He does have the ability to win with speed and power to be able to utilize that effectively. So that's something I think he's versatile enough to do. And he can play on both offensive tackles as well as a down rusher. So that he has that kind of versatility. He can cover, which is great. That's why I feel confident in giving him a 9 in that category. Is because of his versatility to cover and drop back from a handed dirt position. So that's a plus to him as well. But yeah, I really want to see him stand up and play in 2-point stance a little bit more. Miscellaneous would be character, leadership, durability, all that fun stuff. And I obviously don't have any issue with character or durability or any of that fun stuff. 3-year starter, leadership is fine. I'm going to go with a 10 in that particular category as well. So using 9 as the projected base average, that is even, minus 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, I'm going to recount that. Even, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. So straight 90, which is borderline blue chip. And very clearly a first round grade. So, yep, he barely earns a blue. And that's, of course, we're again only seeing him against that kind of competition that we did, Florida Atlantic and Cincinnati, as well as the Michigan game, which I'm actually going to add. I won't add the Michigan game to this, but I definitely want to add those two to that there. Oh, whoops, nope, wow, it is 4 in the morning, that's why I did that. Apologies. We also saw the Cincinnati game, that's where it was. I just spelled that wrong, didn't I? No, I spelled it right. Cincinnati 19. I think I spelled it right. It's 4 in the morning, I can't think about spelling. Anyway, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, learned a thing or two. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Definitely feel like he is a top 5 caliber player in the class, and he will go very, very high in April. If you guys are a fan of a team who will be picking top 5, definitely keep an eye on him throughout the rest of college football season. But for now, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future content like this. Over the course of the year, we'll probably revisit him when we get more conference tape around combine time or later, but definitely this will be part 1 for him this season. For now, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.